Hello. This video is about the tarot and the 7 deadly sins. I wondered if you could find all 7 deadly sins inside the tarot deck. So I looked and I found them. Some of them have, some of the sins have just a couple of cards and others have about 5 or 6. Alright, so got my little cheat sheet here that I can look at. We got pride, greed, envy, lust, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. So let's start out with pride. Pride has only 2 cards. Alright. Got the High Priestess reversed and the 5 of Swords reversed. Most of these cards are reversed. So we got these 2 for, let's see if that's in the camera. Yeah. So those are the only 2 I could find for pride. And the 5 of Swords specifically uses the word pride, and the High Priestess uses the word conceit. And those are the only 2 I could find for pride. But this one talks about the 5 of Swords being proud, someone who defeats someone else and then is proud about it. So those are the 2 for pride. Not sure how I'm going to put those 2 there. And then what do we have? Greed. How many we have for greed? Let's see. 3, 4. Okay. What do we got? Got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And then the 10 of Wands in the upright position. And of course El Diablo and the Tower. So those are the ones for greed. Oh, and we have, don't want to forget this guy, the Miser card, the 4 of Pentacles. But the 4 of Pentacles actually goes into 2 categories. So we'll put him over there, so we've got 5 cards. So the Miser card is definitely a greed card, because that talks about hoarding money. And then you've got the Devil. So one of the things of the Devil is the materialism, so that's the greed. And then in the 10 of Wands, you've got the person trying to carry too many things at one time. He's trying to do too much at once, trying to carry all of those things. And then the Pentacles, there's greed in that one. And then with the Tower, it's the same as the Devil. It's the greed of materialism. They built up that tower. So you've got 5 cards for greed. Okay, let's get those over here. Let's put pride over there and greed there. And then we'll hold on to the Miser because he's in envy also. So what do we got for envy is the next one. So we've got 3 cards for envy. Got the 6 of Pentacles. And then we've got the 8 of Wands. So it's hard to find one. It was hard to find cards for envy because it didn't use that word anywhere in the descriptions. But the closest I could get were these 2 that talked about jealousy. And then the Miser card talked about coveting things. So wanting things that someone else wants. So those are the best ones I could get. And again, the Miser card comes closest to the definition. And these 2 are sort of as close as I could get with jealousy being as close as that. So let's put these two up here, and we'll put miser right in the middle. And most of these are reversed except for the devil and the tower, but most of the cards are reversed. Now what's the next one we got? Lust. What do we got? 3 cups? No, 2 cards for lust. That's all I could find. And both of those are reversed. The lovers, and then the 2 of cups. And they both have to do with a male and female figure. And when they're in the upright position and it's positive, love and friendship. But when they're reversed like that, it turns into lust. Let's see if they use any specific words. Profane love for the lovers, and then violent passion for the cups. And that's the closest I could find for the lust. So let's put lust over here. Then when we get to, what do we got next? Gluttony. That's a good one. There's 4 cards. The best one for gluttony is the 3 of cups, because it talks about overindulgence. Then we've got the wish card. Put that up there a little bit. And then the page of pentacles. And then the page of cups. Let's see what words they use. 3 of cups is overindulgence in food and drink. And then the 9 of cups is same definition, overindulgence in food and drink. And then the page is excess for those two. For the 2 pages, they're excess. Couldn't read my handwriting. All right, that's for gluttony. And then the ones with the most cards are wrath and sloth. Sloth, there's quite a few. Okay, what's next? Wrath. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 6 cards for wrath. So we've got the 5 of wands. That one's upright. That's one of the few that are upright. That means they're fighting, they're battling each other when it's like that. Or there's 6 of them. Then we've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups. Mostly when the King and the Queens are reversed, they're really bad people. So it's understandable that most of these are kings and queens. And we've got the Queen and King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So most of them are the kings and queens reversed. And then this one, the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Wands. I keep saying swords. But most of it talks about, let's see, malice and tyranny and viciousness and vengeful, strife, violent strife. So those are the ones that cover wrath. Got 6 cards that cover wrath. So that's good. And we got one left. Sloth. That was the easiest one to find. And actually I didn't take all the ones I could have. So I've got 6 more for sloth. Got the death card, of course, because when it's upright it talks about transformation and things moving forward. But when it's reversed, it's stagnation. And then the Empress reversed, because upwards she talks about things growing and moving forward and prosperity and abundance. But in the reverse, it's the opposite. things stagnating. It's mostly talking about stagnation. I've got the Knight of Wands. And this one I wasn't sure about if I was going to put in there, but mostly it talks about taking a pause when it's reversed. Or actually, I got that the wrong way, this way. When it's this way, it talks about taking a pause. And then when it's the reverse position, it's more, things are renewed activity. And then we got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. And those both talk about stagnation. So there's the 7 deadly sins. Yeah, quite a few. Not quite, what would that be, about a third of the deck or a quarter of the deck? Because it's still got all these cards left, so maybe it's a quarter of the deck. Because there's 78 cards. Alright, so there it is, the 7 deadly sins in the tarot deck. I was always wondering if they were in there. I knew the hardest one to find would be envy, because it never uses the word envy. And I knew the easiest would be wrath and sloth, because those kind of things are, all the kings and queens when they're reversed, most of them are angry, nasty people. But there you've got it. All right, that's my little video. I hope you liked it. Thank you. Bye.